Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between KraV and Bizzare. This game taking place here on Shallow Grave. Just gonna go ahead and speed things up to the 2-minute mark as time is of the essence. We're gonna be looking at a Farseer coming in from Bizzare. Meanwhile, KraV opening up with a Dreadlord first. Alright, KraV had made the Dreadlord first a really big staple back in I believe 2020 at the very beginning, being able to compete against the Asians with a higher ping, as the Death Knight often needs a lower bit of ping in order to be able to execute those surrounds and those particular strategies. Electro, go ahead and, well, congratulations. I don't know what you won, but you won something by being the first, as we're looking at the Dreadlord opening things up, picking up a Scroll of the Beast, and now trying to go after finishing off some additional units here. Tome of Intelligence is going to be left behind. We're going to see a Forest Troll Trapper getting taken down here, and a Tome of Intelligence, well, should be picked up here in just a moment. Forest Troll Shadow Priest, though, going to perhaps run into a little bit of problems, as it is going to be going up against two of these Spirit Wolves. One Spirit Wolf down, another one could get down here in just a moment. Are we going to be executing a sleep? What's going on here? The Shadow Wolf still able to get in quite a bit of damage, finally getting taken down there, as we perhaps could be looking at a sleep here. Farseer now in a little bit of trouble. Damage getting added back up, as we're looking at a Troll Berserker, Headhunter already retreating back as well with that Scroll of Town Portal. Tome of Intelligence still being left behind. Ghoul is back on Blight, still getting healed up. I don't believe we are getting into any sort of Devour Corpses as of yet, as the ghouls are now making their way out across the map. Hi, Crow, to say hi to me. Didn't I already do that? What was that desync? Was just standing there. Not quite sure what that was. I didn't see anything. But perhaps that is just a little bit of Twitch coming in with a bit of their problems. All right, Lightning Shield already on that Forest Troll, as the Ogre Warrior are going to get taken down, giving almost level 3 to that Dreadlord. And the Dreadlord needs a little bit more damage, but that Forest Troll with that Lightning Shield, well, can't execute a surround there easily. Alright, easy takedown on a Troll Headhunter, giving level 3 to the Dreadlord. We are now looking at level 2 Carrion Swarm, as Dreadlord, or as Headhunter after Headhunter, is going to get taken down. 3 Headhunters for 1 Ghoul. So far, a pretty decent trade, as we're looking at more damage still getting racked back up. Forest Troll Berserker taking a little bit of damage here. We're looking at the Spirit Wolf getting taken down due to Time Life, as a Skeletal Minion gets taken down as well. Good morning, Burrow Rush. Happy New Year. Bizzare does not, I would not say Bizzare has a good lead at all. KraV has a level 3 to level 1 lead. We're looking at a tech to tier 2 nearly completed. Meanwhile, KraV is still sitting at tier 1 as well, perhaps going to try and set up an expansion. KraV does have a little bit of a larger army, and that part of that has to do with the fact that he's been able to pick apart many of these Headhunters as well. Placing down 2 Ziggurats while Headhunters are looking to dive in, that is actually a bit dangerous here. Is KraV going to get in the cancellations needed, or is he going to be losing some gold? There goes a Carrion Swarm, ripping through many of those units, racking up a little bit more damage too. Alright, KraV now in a lot of trouble here, as Bizzare coming in, putting on the pressure with a Fire Lord as the follow-up. Bizzare with that Lava Spawn, if he can get some splits. Nope. Before I could even finish my sentence, that Lava Spawn quickly ensnared by the creeps and taken down. Ghouls, a lot of low hit point ghouls, actually denied by the Sasquatch there, as we're looking at the Dreadlord trying to retreat back, already down to 148 hit points. Forest Troll Berserker also low on hit points, as an Acolyte gets taken down. Bizzare has the tech advantage by far, hero level advantage belonging to KraV, as we are looking at this, while Forest Troll Berserker looking to get taken down here in just a moment as well. Forest Troll Trapper getting a little bit of sleep, as we're looking at perhaps the Spirit Wolf trying to dive on in onto that Forest Troll Berserker. 2 more shots should be all that it needs to try and take that down. 2 more shots now, as that Spirit Wolf, well, gonna end up getting slowed down by that Nerubian Tower, saving that Forest Troll Berserker. No! The Forest Troll Berserker just needed to walk a little bit further away, ends up getting taken out, as we are now transitioning still more into ghouls, as the graveyard is now done. KraV is in a lot of trouble here. He is just now teching the tier 2, and that Fire Lord with that pendant of energy could perhaps spell a bit of problems. Hero level advantage still belongs to KraV here, but we are looking at some proxy buildings being built in the middle of the base by Bizzare. He's going to be going into Raiders with Ensnare, healing salves, and clarity potions galore for all of these units, as Bizzare should be able to follow things up and put a bit more pressure. The Dreadlord is sitting at level 4, which is going to be somewhat beneficial, but a level 4 Dreadlord doesn't really make that big of an impact. Level 5, you do get level 2 or level 3 Carrion Swarm, and that does translate fairly well into those Headhunters, not as much into the Berserkers, since the Headhunters have less hit points, but it's really level 6 on the Dreadlord when you often go for solo level play that the Dreadlord starts to shine with that Infernal. All right, Dreadlord looking to fight things back here. Ghouls continue to engage here. Dreadlord using that Nerubian tower to his advantage to try and fight with a little bit of home field advantage while also on Blight. Carrion Swarm ripping through the center here as the Dreadlord continuing to battle things up. Illusions now wandering around as well as we see watchtowers being placed down. Bizzare doing a tower attempt of days of old as Headhunter after Headhunter going to go after a Forest Troll Shadow Priest, get taken down as well. Farseer halfway to level 3. Meanwhile, both of those towers quickly going to get finished off here as we see a War Mill now trying to be placed down here. More Carrion Swarm ripping through those targets as more Watchtowers are being placed down as well. Not that much mana on KraV's units. Tech to tier 2 hasn't even begun yet as more and more buildings are being placed down. Yeah, War Mill didn't make that much more sense. Voodoo Lounge, definitely what he intended. Bizzare now pushing in with a 37 supply army compared to 26. Dreadlord of KraV nowhere near level 5, so it's not going to have that big impact as that Carrion Swarm would start translating into a lot of dead units as you start ripping through. I don't believe there's a tech to tier 3. No, this is a tier 2 push all the way, and KraV doesn't have much to show for it, except for now we do have a Halls of the Dead, which will be able to act as a little bit of a deterrent, adding in a bit of damage as well. All right, little bit of slow damage across all of these units. Lava Spawn and down to 36 hit points, finishing things off. Should be able to get a little bit more experience. Dreadlord now nearly halfway to level 4, actually 4.25 at this point, trying to finish off all of these Spirit Wolves as we're looking at Headhunters and now Raiders joining in on the fight. Slaughterhouse being built in the only place that it could fit, as we do need to see some Obsidian statues. Dark Ritual, not a Dark Ritual, the Ritual Dagger being used there to try and heal up the Dreadlord as the Dreadlord trying to deter all of these units. There goes another Carrion Swarm ripping through the center line units as we're looking at the Spirit Wolves now trying to dive on in. Acolyte trying to get in some repairs onto that graveyard, as well as the Obsidian statue could run into a little bit of problems. The Tomb of Relics a bit far behind as we're looking at some of those Headhunters now trying to retreat back. All right, Slaughterhouse, are you going to train up a meat wagon first, or do you train up an Obsidian statue? That is the question, as the Obsidian statue would give mana to the Dreadlord, stopping many of those Headhunters from trying to push in, but the meat wagons would then stop all of these watchtowers. Demolisher already out in play. There's a Carrion Swarm, doesn't really damage buildings, unlike Shockwave, as we see the units now trying to back up there, or at least I don't believe it damaged any buildings, as a War Mill quickly being placed down once more. All right, acting as a little bit of a wall deterrent right there, frontline protection as the Demolisher now looking to rain down damage, and we see KraV going for a meat wagon first now that there is a Demolisher out on the field. All right, Demolisher looking to rack up some damage here. Meanwhile, Halls of the Dead still acting as a bit of a deterrent as more watchtowers are being placed down. All right, Meat Wagon will be needed. Tomb of Relics will be needed. Crypt Fiend's going to try to dive on in here, try to get some damage onto that Demolisher. Demolisher is a bit slow, as the Crypt Fiends could take down a guard tower before or watchtower before it is up and operational. Meat Wagon will be done, and well, this forward base will end up being destroyed, as we are looking at nearly level 5 on this Dreadlord, as he also picks up a potion of mana and healing himself up a little bit with that vampiric aura. Meat Wagon, well, trying to engage here, trying to get some damage, trying to damage up all of those watchtowers as well. You can see a little bit of that splash damage here. Repairs may be in order or may be needed as well, as the Dreadlord comes its way over, should be able to finish things off, taking down some of those units pretty quickly. All right, We're looking at a peon going to get taken down. The last couple of watchtowers. Raiders now making their way over. One more attack should do it, finishing off that watchtower with only one under construction. All right, repairs are going to be needed on that meat wagon. An obsidian statue is trying to get trained up here. Are we going to see damage onto that meat wagon? Yes, we are. A nice lob over the hills as we see level 3 now on the Firelord and on that Farseer. Bizzare has a large enough army to try and push on in once more. Dreadlord is going to use that potion of mana, perhaps try to get some damage onto some of these headhunters and or these demolishers. Potion of mana used right, no, not a potion of mana. Obsidian statue now out onto the battlefield. There goes a carry-on swarm ripping through, getting in some far damage onto those demolishers right there. Repairs are still in order. New meat wagon going to try and get trained up here. Obsidian statue is in position. Dreadlord should have mana for days, and well, does not hit the back demolisher, just a little bit too far out of range as we're looking at the Dreadlord trying to, well, get in some damage here. All right, we saw a sleep, a little bit of damage onto the Dreadlord. Dreadlord back down to back down to 172 hit points. Needs to fight back, gets up to level 5. Level 3 carry-on swarm should be able to rip through, and you see the sudden damage right there as the Dreadlord now needs to get a bit more mana. Meat wagon needs to get in position. Repairs are underway out in the Halls of the Dead as it's going to get, no, yes, it is going to get taken down. Final bit of damage. 3 demolishers there trying to put in pressure. KraV trying to hold off this attack here. He does have the obsidian statue. He does have a meat wagon. He needs a potion of mana, but does not have it available from the Tomb of Relics as the tier 2 town hall or tier 2 main base was destroyed. All right, perhaps gonna try and hold on to a bit of that mana somewhere else. Are we looking at some damage being lobbed over the trees and getting damage onto that watchtower here? A little bit more watchtowers trying to get built into position as the watchtower will end up getting taken down. Meanwhile, a headhunter venturing forward. Dreadlord is at level 5 and is a solo level hero, but remember, without that main town hall, well, he doesn't even get the bonus experience any longer for having a solo level hero. Meat wagon now making its way off to the north here, going to perhaps try and take down this watchtower. It looks like it's just going to be a bit of, well, recharging for Bizzare. Bizzare sitting at 49 over 51 supply. His army is, well, can deal quite a bit of damage to a base with all of that siege damage at range. Only one Nerubian tower here. Obsidian statue now trying to make its way back off to the north side here as well as a peon going to get taken down. Dreadlord doesn't have much to show for it as that peon now going to run off to the side here. Meanwhile, back inside the main base, the Nerubian tower is in some serious trouble. Acolytes not even able to do any repairs as the Spirit Wolves have dived on in. All right, how much more damage can we have? KraV unable to train up all that much here. We're looking at some damage racking on in. 1 meat wagon, 2 obsidian statues trying to hold off this attack as the Dreadlord trying to continue to push on in with all of this pressure. Dual obsidian statues could rack up a little bit of damage. There goes a carry-on swarm ripping through many of those units as the meat wagons could now be in a little bit of trouble. They are separated from the rest of the units and don't have anywhere really to go as the, well, damage is starting to add in here. Meat wagons are going to be able to finish off some of those units. There goes a little bit more. There goes an ensnare onto obsidian statue as the obsidian statue now trying to fend off against all of these units as well. All right, carry-on swarm not online, not available as of yet. We're still seeing another carry-on swarm ripping through. That level 3 carry-on swarm really dishing out the damage as the Dreadlord now sitting at level 5 on the cusp of level 6. Ghouls getting taken down. Meat wagon getting destroyed right there. Still 2 meat wagons left off on the side as the demolishers raining in damage. 1 meat wagon trying to fend off all of this attack here. Obsidian statue trying to be repaired, now down to 1. This one obsidian statue going to be the lifeline as the Wind Riders now coming in to dive on in onto this obsidian statue. It looks like it will get taken down. No web for the Crypt Fiends to try and stop this attack. And with that, I believe, well, KraV's only hope is pretty much gone to try and get back into this game. All the acolytes are gone. Level 5 on that Dreadlord. Is he going to be able to get a sleep onto the Farseer and a surround? No, he is not. Trying to finish off any bit of units to get to that level 6. That could be the difference right there as the Dreadlord now turns back around. Spirit Wolves summoning behind that Dreadlord. Dreadlord could have a little bit of problems with Crypt Fiends. Unable to deal with the Wind Riders there, and without web, does not have the option to even try and stop that Wind Rider at all. Nothing inside the base, and KraV's time is pretty much limited here. 1 acolyte left, a bestiary trying to be trained up in that forward position, and KraV is just sticking around in this game, in a game he pretty much cannot win at all, as the Demolisher is going to get, well, away. Bizzare with the easy win here. KraV opening up, able to get up to level 3 on his Dreadlord fairly fast, but unable to get his feet underneath him, as Bizzare was just able to pummel him into submission with that early Fire Lord as a secondary hero. Even though the Fire Lord didn't do that much, his simple presence, being able to summon a lava spawn, and his auto attacks was able to put enough pressure onto KraV to keep him off balance. Bizzare continuing to push with his technological advantage, getting meat wagons and, or not meat wagons, demolishers, and also those raiders a couple of key ensnares later, and KraV goes down. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.